I love beauty, I love splendor, I'll do what's so sweet and fair. Almost truly gazing in wonder at the gifts so rich and rare. Rivers, valleys, hills and mountains, all these gifts we do extol. Healthy land so like old fountains, giving cheer that warms the soul. Dominica, God hath blessed thee with a clime benign and bright. Pastures green and flowers of beauty, filling all with pure delight. And a people strong and healthy, full of godly reverent fear. May we ever seek to praise thee for these gifts so rich and rare.
Fellow Dominicans, we greet you on behalf of the founders, members, sponsors, and others who have, in some way or the other, identified with the brand which promotes a new and unique Dominican political culture, Team Unity Dominica. We also address you on behalf of the opponents of this brand new initiative, hoping at the end of the day that unity is that element which will bring us together. These few remarks are being given in response to the writ for a snap election, which has been called by the Honorable Prime Minister of Dominica. And as a political movement, party, which is duly registered to contest elections on the island, it is our remit to respond to such writ. We are mindful that there are debates and discussions taking place in the society, and we are keeping our ears to the ground. And we will do what is in the best interest of our brothers and sisters on the island, and those who do not live on the island, but who have vested interest in the well-being of those who exist on the island. So we'll take your views, your wishes, and consideration into account with every decision that we will make. Because our Team Unity Dominica, a TOD, is the only Dominican political movement which embodies the national emblem as its symbol, the flag. The colors of the flag represents what we are. That's our party colors, with white as the dominant color. And we believe that every and each Dominican who is 18 years and above is or can claim membership in our movement. We believe that there is another way, a different way, probably a better way of doing politics than has been done over the past couple of decades, and we dare to stand up and make a difference. This is why a statement from us at this time is crucial and necessary. Crucial because the people are expecting that leadership, which is responsible, thorough, and respectful, would step up at times when it is needed most. So we step into that fray to offer you our opinions as to how things probably can progress in a united way forward. We regret not having been able to attend a meeting which was convened for individuals who are on the opposition consortium. And that is against our greatest effort to so do. But when we got winds that the meeting was actually taking place, alas, it was a bit late for us to have attended. But as I expressed to my dear brother Bernardito, who made the time to call, and Johnson Bosso Boston, who also made the time to call, and Kent Vital, who also made the time to call, I said we will do any and everything as a team to be in solidarity with what the consortium of opposition voices would want to do. We just need a chance to have a say, to be involved, to share a view, to pen whatever statement with you, because we cannot get it wrong this time. So I thank you, Bosso, I thank you, Bernard, and I thank you, Kent, for taking the time out to call, and my sister, who is also with another opposition party, for at least taking my messages and taking a call from me. I thank you for so doing. And I stand for unity. Team Unity Dominica, our middle name is Unity. We stand for this. And we believe in everything that we do, we should be true to that core. We are mindful that it is necessary that we contest the election, but we are also aware that there are lots of disturbing revelations which have surfaced of late, some of them as recent as this morning, following our meeting last evening, which confirmed that I, on behalf of the team, would make a statement in response to the election read. And I must say that the information which are now surfacing, or bits of information which is now surfacing, is quite revealing and says a lot about the state of mind of the individuals who are now controlling the state power, the state authority. And some of us must stand up for other people. If it means standing up by contesting or standing up by not contesting. And based on information I received, the meeting last night was inconclusive as to where we go. So this, our public statement, is our contribution to the debate, and we hope the next time the meeting is convened, we will have a seat around the table to decide how we fix that problem that we have found ourselves in. It is true that the Honorable Prime Minister has the power and can call election at any time, and the elections are duly called and are legal. Nothing makes the writs illegal, nothing. And no other jurisdiction has authority over what the Prime Minister can and cannot do when it comes to advising the President to author, to issue a writ for the call of elections. So let's not be of any illusions that there is anything which can supersede and can overturn this. Of course, the people en masse can, but I'm not one to call for that kind of intervention, at least not at this juncture. There's another point which has been made, that to participate in an election it was called prematurely and to sort of deal with problems that the other side is having would be legitimizing the authority of those individuals. And this, again, is a misrepresented statement, because legitimacy comes from the people. And if the majority of the people believe that someone is duly elected, they are legitimized. And even if you don't think, they at least have authority based on how governance works. Because there are leaders around the world who are not legitimate, but who have authority to rule based on an election. And if elections are called as they have been called for December 6th, and no one else contests against the incumbent has authority to rule with a more imposing mandate than they would have ever dreamt about, especially if the information that we are getting is correct, that they're coming from a situation of shambles, of mere panic. Now might be a good time, ladies and gentlemen, for cool heads to prevail, for reason to guide our decisions, and for us to decide once and for all what is in the best interest of the people and our country, not our party. I've had conversations, or I tried to have a conversation with a bigwig of a particular political party. And I was unceremoniously reminded that this party is the party or the only party that can. And I looked at the data and what the data is saying. And I'm like, are we reading from the same hymn book? No one party in Dominica, including the incumbent party, can at this juncture of our political history. I should say, no one party, including the incumbent party, should. Because they can, but should they? The answer we are getting from the Dominican people is a resounding no. So we in Team Unity, Dominica, Todd are ready, willing and able to enter the fray as soon as I get off this live. Let us get serious, ladies and gentlemen, in the opposition consortium, to do something meaningful and right once and for all, based on reason and proper strategic guideline, not on partisan ego and emotions. We can win if and when we do it together. And this moment creates an opportunity for us to do it together, for us to win for the people. Because a lot of the schemes and the strategies and semantics which had been employed in the calling of elections can be re-employed by us to switch the advantage in our favor. And there are ways of doing it. We can win, but we must want to win. Let us not squander this opportunity by pulling ourselves in our own little cocoons and saying that we alone can, because that is not how we're going to win for Dominica. I look forward to the conversation. We look forward to sharing views and ideas. We look forward to doing this thing right once and for all by the majority of the people, because the majority of the people would like us, the alternative, to be in control of the governance of their affairs, not the incumbent. And there are those who are with the incumbent, who we are in communication with. I won't call any names at this point, but if everything works the way it should work, there can be incumbent members of the government who may be represented in a new Dominica government moving forward. So let's be careful how we categorize our brothers and sisters who probably just are waiting or just were waiting for this right moment to jump into action and to once and for all rescue Dominica from this prolonged and overstayed stalemate of political incumbency, which can end and should end with the issuing of the writ from their very same hands. But all hands must be on deck. All ideas must contend. All egos should be left at the door, and the right plan, the right team with the right strategy and a cool message should prevail. If we do so, Team Unity, Dominica is part of it. Hook, line, and center. And we will not relent until we see what is good for Dominica actually emerge. This is our statement. We will now continue attempting to join the fray, the choruses of those people who have interest in the governance of our country, to come up with a reasoned, strategic-driven position which is devoid of too much emotion and partisanship. If we can find the right mix, ladies and gentlemen, we can win. But we must find that mix. I thank you on behalf of our team, and we look forward to a continued collaboration and discussions opportunity. God bless you. And may we seize this moment to rescue Dominica once and for all. I thank you.